Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to be discussing the Bachelorette episode 6, the week before hometowns. Before we get into it, you guys know the drill. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new here to my channel, do not forget to subscribe to Zachary Reality. Let's try and get 4,000 subscribers from this video. So we need a couple hundred of you to hit subscribe. Okay guys, how's everyone doing today? It's Monday. It is a new week. We got to follow up from last week when I posted my Men Tell All spoilers video. And I gotta say, I read all of your comments. I got in a lot of DMs, and I want to say thank you so much for everyone that has supported me and told me to keep doing what I'm doing. I really got in my head last week and I was doubting myself. And I think that's normal for anybody that is passionate and cares about their career and wants to grow it to bigger and better things. I'm getting opportunities and I'm doing great. And I really shouldn't have doubted myself last week. I wish I would have just went full on, here are the spoilers from the Men Tell All. It's not that serious. I mean, everybody else who runs a Bachelor account was posting about the Men Tell All spoilers. I really did, take the weekend to go away. I went to Catalina Island. It was phenomenal. If you saw my Instagram post or my TikTok, it was such a fun trip and just kind of regrounded and decompressed. And, sometimes we look for validation, and I guess it just shows that I do have some insecurities. And you know what? I'd rather be open about them and talk to you guys about how tricky it is sometimes posting spoilers and not posting them when I know them. So for now on, I'm just gonna stick to my intuition and post videos that I'm comfortable in and that I feel good about, and that's it. So some of that will be spoiler and teases, and some of it just won't. Hey, it is what it is, and I'm getting my groove back, and you know what? We're here for a brand new week of content. I have an exciting week coming up. I'm going to be a guest on the Chatty Broads podcast. This week, I'm going to film Wednesday with Jess and Becca. I don't know when they're gonna put the episode out, but definitely stay tuned because that's gonna be so much fun. Now, as far as this week's episode, let's talk about it. Let's dive in. Let's get into Nate and Logan and Spencer. I gotta start off with Nate. Now, he ended up getting sent home because Gabby decided that this is the week before hometowns and she's just not ready to meet his daughter and take on the responsibility of becoming a stepmom. And you gotta respect Gabby's decision for that. She knows how heavy it would be to break up with him after she met his daughter and after, he brought her home, and especially because Gabby has this strange relationship with her mom, which, we heard her talk about a few episodes during the season. I wonder if it will come up again during the finale, but it really weighed a lot on Gabby, and you can see how emotional it was, and she was breaking down when she broke up with Nate. It was really sad. It was probably the saddest, most heart-wrenching breakup of the season, regardless of, his ex-girlfriends reaching out saying that he was two-timing them. Put that aside. That was a really sad breakup for Gabby and Nate, and you saw how deep it hit her. So I felt bad. I wonder if he wasn't a dad, would she have sent him home? Because she seemed really into him and she really wanted to make it work. So I wonder, I also would have loved to see Nate get a hometown. I feel like we were really invested in him this season. There was that fourth slot that Spencer ended up not taking because Gabby sent him home and Logan left too. And I would have loved to see Nate get a hometown, especially because, all of this stuff that came out about him. And I wanted to see him be a dad and I wanted to see that side of him. I felt like we deserved that after, hearing everything about him and seeing their love story and hearing about how he is a dad. I would have loved to see a hometown for him. It would have been intriguing television. But he ended up going home and Gabby decided to move on with her week, going on a group date with a whip, which was just so weird. I mean, the red light district is crazy. I've been to Amsterdam and I know you can't film there at night in the red light district because there's a bunch of strippers and pole dancers in the window, dancing in bikinis and stuff. So I guess that's why they had to film that scene inside, and then during the day at night you're not allowed to film at the red light district. But it's crazy there, let me tell you. Y'all should go to Amsterdam if you've never been. It's a really pretty city in Europe. And Gabby, I guess, did not give out the group date rose, but she decided to keep Eric, she decided to keep Jason A, and Johnny for her final three. So that's a pretty solid final three. This is the first time in a long time I can remember only 3 guys getting hometowns for a lead. She decided to send Spencer home, which I think we all kind of expected. I mean, I thought maybe, Logan would have came back at the rose ceremony and had a chance. Maybe he would have showed up with a mask, but Logan gets COVID. I mean, that's so random. Literally, that is so random. Now, I will confirm to you guys, I can guarantee you this. I was told this. Logan's test was 100% positive. It came out of nowhere. A lot of people were surprised about it on set, but it was positive. It wasn't a fake test that, you know, just was given by producers or whatever to send him home. Like, he literally did get COVID, and he, I guess, had to quarantine from the rest of the guys, so he wasn't able to see Gabby. I wonder if, you know, somebody else, like Eric or Jason A, like, what if they got COVID? Would they have just went home, or would if they have all had to quarantine for a little bit longer? Like, clearly Logan was never going to be the winner, so that's why it was probably easy for him to just go bye-bye. And I guess, you know, they didn't want to put Logan around Gabby or any of the other people to say goodbye, because if he does have COVID, the last thing production wants is everyone to get COVID. And I also can confirm to you, a couple of the crew members got COVID too, so it wasn't just Logan. A couple of the other crew members on production for The Bachelor got COVID. And yeah, I mean, there's funny, you know, speculation going around that maybe Logan, you know, met up with someone in Amsterdam or snuck out on the cruise ship. I mean, that's probably not true at all, but I think it's funny to kind of joke about that. Logan did put up a long Instagram caption. I know he did get a lot of backlash this season, so I kind of want to check out his caption and see what he said. You know, Logan will definitely be going on Bachelor in Paradise this summer. He's going to be there for a while, so we will totally see him. But Logan said, "This year I decided to go on a reality TV dating show. I figured it was something new, it was an adventure, but I came out on the other side with much more than an experience. I came out of this with real feelings, strong emotions, lessons learned, and a lot to be grateful for." He does apologize for adding to Rachel's difficult journey, and he also says that he struggled with mental health since he was 12 years old. So, you know, this journey was difficult for him to be in the public eye, but he does acknowledge his mental health and how it affects those around him, and it will be a priority in his life moving forward. It wasn't all roses, but I'm grateful for it all. I mean, I think Logan's a good guy. I think he did the best he can. He really did get painted in a certain light. I mean, granted, he did switch sides, so I mean, that was a little bit shady of him, but for all we know, he was just not allowed to switch sides. Maybe he wasn't allowed to talk to Rachel. Remember that week when Rachel was like, "Sorry to me, you didn't get time this week." Hey, he never had time, but I'm excited to see what happened to him at the Men Tell All, and I did hear that Logan got roasted at the Men Tell All as he was the only villain, quote unquote, to show up, as somehow Hayden was able to get out of it, which I feel like he may have pulled the dog card or something, but Hayden is going to be in Paradise, and then Chris, who also was a villain, he didn't go. So Logan, we can expect a lot of heat from at the Men Tell All, and the Men Tell All is not next week. Next week will be Hometowns, so we'll see Tyler get his hometown date, Avon, and whoever else. Then the week after that will likely be Men Tell All, and then the weekend after that will be the finale. I don't know if they're going to do 2 parts, but what we also saw on Rachel's side is a phenomenal date with Zach. I always knew they had a connection, but this week I really realized how much I underestimated Rachel and Zach's connection. I feel like they have a lot in common and they're really vibing, and he's definitely gonna make her top 2 or 3, obviously. I like Zach and Rachel. He's a little nerdy, but I feel like that's something Rachel needs. You know, Rachel decided to give Tyler her group date rose, which was a little bit of a plot twist, because I feel like he's at the bottom of the totem pole out of the other guys. Like, her connection with Avon is so strong. Her connection with Tino is so strong. And, you know, Tino got a little upset and a little fussy this week over the fact that Tyler got the group date rose over him. I mean, it was a little temper tantrum-y from Tino just because he's gotten so many group dates, but I understand. At this point in the journey, he is in love with Rachel. He's all in. Like, it probably kills him to see her making out with someone else. So I would be a little jealous too. Like, I am not for open relationships. If you are in one, good for you. I'm personally not about it. Like, whether you're on The Bachelorette or not, if you're my man, stop making out with other people. Like, for real. So I get why Tino's a little bit jealous. And it just shows that he cares and that he really loves her. Like, if you're just gonna sit back and relax at this point when everyone's falling in love with Rachel, then you might not be that into Rachel as you think. I think that could be some foreshadowing with Avon, who's been playing the cool, calm, and collective handsome guy all season. Like, he always says the right things. He's gonna be great for Hometowns, but we did see a little bit of a tease with Avon that there might be a dramatic breakup between Avon and Rachel, where maybe Avon is sending himself home. See how that plays out. I love Avon. I think he is the most handsome guy on the show. I get a kick out of him. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with him, because I think Tino and Zach have the strongest connections with Rachel. And Ethan went home, which I know we all saw coming. Ethan has definitely been behind the other guys throughout the whole season, but Ethan did that. I think a lot of us liked him, and I hope that he goes to Paradise. I didn't hear anything about him going, but I don't know every single person that was there, so maybe he'll show up on the beach. But we know at the Men Tell All next week he's going to be getting some camera time and getting into it with Roby the magician, so that should be super exciting. And now we are only down to 7 7 guys left. So Rachel has her final 4 of Tyler, Tino, Avon, and Zach. And Gabby's going into hometowns with Jason A, Eric, and Johnny. And we're at this point of the season. A lot of people thought it went really fast. I'm just like ready for this to end. I want to see how this plays out on TV. I want to move on with the season. I want to see the engagements, and I want Bachelor in Paradise. I'm so excited for Paradise. I can't wait to start talking about it, teasing it. It was so much fun, like making videos about it a few months ago when I did my spoiler series. So feel free to check back on my YouTube channel if you want to hear all about that. What I heard from Paradise when it was filming, I actually talked to a girl who was staying at the hotel, so she gave me a lot of inside scoop. So definitely binge through my channel, see if you guys find anything you like. And yeah, I'm really glad that we were able to catch up this week. Let me know your thoughts on the episode. I hope you all are doing well. I always appreciate all of you who are so kind and send supportive messages and even just give your opinion on the episode. I love reading your comments. So thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe before you head out of here. You guys are literally the best, and I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your week. Make sure to follow me on socials at Zachary Reality, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.